Everyone, this is Shannon. This is my third video. The first video I put 2 into 1 because I was in Tijuana, Mexico. I'm going to talk about a few things that people have been asking me and a tip or two, and talk about a little episode I had last night. Alright, so I'm 19 days post-op from the vertical gastric sleeve. Okay, so I'm trying to think about where I want to start. I think I'm going to start by the episode I had last night. Okay, so I've been starting to ride again. I'm a horse trainer, riding instructor, and I was just desperate to ride. It's been so hot outside. Like the other day, it was a heat index of 107 and 105. I was like, oh, okay. But anyways, I've been riding at night because I can't be in the heat during the day. My doctor was like, nope, watch out. So anyways, I'm supposed to be drinking lots of water. I mean, they preach that to you and you hear it, you're like, yeah. So anyways, I didn't drink enough water yesterday and I was focused on eating my protein. And I went to the barn. It was at night. It was like 88 degrees or something like that, but the humidity is like awful. So I was just ready to ride my horse. I hadn't ridden my horse yet. I was so desperate to ride my horse. Ugh, my poor horse. Love Bugatti. So anyways, he was like depressed because I wasn't riding him, and I was like, oh, I need to ride him. So anyways, I had ridden my barn on this horse first like a week ago, just for a few minutes to test run and make sure I wasn't going to be sore after I rode. And he's a little spotted saddle horse, so totally easy. You sit there and do nothing pretty much on that horse. So I mean, it was no big deal. The next day I felt fine. Then I rode our lesson pony. She's a large lesson pony. She's like 14 hands. I rode her twice. I rode her first time for like 15 minutes, and the second time I rode her for like 35 minutes. I jumped her and stuff like that. So I was fine. That was night before last. And then last night, nobody was there, so I was like, I'm going to ride my horse and just piddle around, and will end up being a full training session. Imagine that with me. So walk, trot, canter. I did sitting trot, leg yields, half halts. He's my warm blood, so I'm like training him for the future to jump and to do some hunters with too, and whatever I want to do. So here I am training this thing, and I'm like wringing wet with sweat. He's wringing wet with sweat, and then I get off. It's been like 45 minutes. I'm like, oh, that felt great. I rode my horse. I did a training session. This is phenomenal. I'm back in the game. So then I get off the horse. Of course, I don't think about drinking water. I'm not thirsty because I'm never thirsty. I have to make myself drink and eat. Some people feel thirst. I don't. So I have to like force myself to drink. So I get off my horse. Of course, my horse comes first. So then I'm thinking, get the saddle off. He's really hot. He's under a fan while I'm untacking him. And I'm rushing him to the wash rack, and I've got to cool his temperature down. So I'm getting the hose on him. I hose him for like 20 minutes. I give him a Veterolin liniment bath and cool his heart rate down and all that good stuff. And then I squeegee him, put him under a fan. And then I've got to clean his stall, and then I've got to feed him. So I was busy doing all that. I took like a few sips out of the hose, and I should have took more than that, but I didn't. Well, then I get home, take a shower, and then I go to bed, and then like while I'm sleeping, I feel like I'm fainting in my sleep. It feels really weird. I get really dizzy, and then even though I'd be sleeping, I kind of come back into twilight, and I go, oh, that feels weird, and then boom, I would be out and come right back and go, oh, what was that? So what had happened was I'd gotten dehydrated and was fainting, and I was dizzy in my sleep. My body telling me, you're going too far with not drinking water. I messed up. It was stupid. And I'm sitting at home today drinking Crystal Light. And I mean, I'm just like drinking. And I'm just giving y'all that tip. You better have it in your hand. If you don't have a stressful job like I do have like one of those weird stressful jobs. Okay, I can't help it. I have to be outside 24/7. And we live in Memphis, Tennessee area. So it is sweltering. Okay. So anyways, yeah. Just be prepared. Make sure you have water or Crystal Light or vitamin water at all times in your hand. Carry it wherever you go. Hook it to your belt. I don't care. Don't do what I did. It was awful. I'm recovering all day. I've been yawning all day. And I mean, like since I woke up, took my vitamins, took my B12. I did my B12 liquid, sublingual, and all that good stuff. So tried to jumpstart my day. And then I went back to bed after I drank about 8 ounces of water and took my vitamins. I took some yogurt. So I was like, I have something in my stomach. I took my vitamins. I drank 8 ounces. I need to rest. I'm going to get back up and I'm going to drink some more. So then I woke up and it was like 12. My son's watching TV. So he's like, whatever. He's happy. He's like singing and everything in the living room. So I was thinking, okay, went to sleep, woke back up, and I was like, I need to make a video. People have been asking me, begging me, pleading me, and I've been so bad about it. And sorry if I'm itching. My allergies have flared up from last night from all the dust and stuff. So I'm like itching in my eyes, itching in my ears. I went and put some makeup on and cleaned my face and put some stuff on so that way I would be itching on my face and look really weird in the video. But my neck and stuff is itching and my ears. I'm like, ah. So anyways, pardon my issue with that. Okay, talk about the border. That was another thing we were going to talk about. I had a few questions about that. They treated me completely normal. Going across took about 15-20 minutes. Coming back across took about 35 to 45 minutes. We went through the medical lane. We had American Pass. Our driver was great. His name was Ricardo, and he works for, I think, medical tourism as a driver. I don't know if he works for certain doctors or he works for a company that is hired out. He's hired out by doctors. I don't know. Didn't ask. But anyways, he was great. People will walk up to the car and try to sell you stuff. But the windows are up. The doors are locked. You just ignore them and they walk away. Okay? They're just trying to make $1. They're or really a peso. Pesos. Where they're in a third world country. I mean, come on. People are going to, they need money. It's so sad. But don't give them anything because you don't know if they're like, shady or whatever. But, you're safe. And then he gets you to the hotel, and then they have great security at the Marriott hotel with the doctor I went to who was in the Marriott. They have other stuff like Holiday Inn and, the Hilton and stuff like that. So anyways, I was in the Marriott of Tijuana. So, Baja California, Mexico. So they really watched over us, and every time we left, they were like, hey, they're leaving. They're ready, room so-and-so's leaving, and they knew on the van with their driver. So then I went to the hospital, and I did my surgery, and I came back, and of course they keep tabs, and the room service was fantastic for me. Gave me all the chicken broth that I wanted, Jell-O. I mean, they're really good people, and they were so hospitable. Couldn't ask for better. So that was really no biggie there. In the border thing. I'm going to give you a tip about the border, okay? Number one, don't worry about it. You're going to get through with the driver, and he knows you're going into his country. He knows the deal. He knows what to do to protect you. The second thing, book your flights to where you land and you leave San Diego around 2:30 their time. So that way, when you're going to cross the border, you're not fighting morning traffic, lunch traffic, and return traffic, okay? Just like us, people drive across the border to work every day. So don't be stupid and book your stuff. I was lucky. I might just happen to be booked like that. And then I realized, I was like, oh, that was for a good cause. Oh my God. So I wanted to share that with everybody because y'all need to know. It makes it a whole lot easier on your driver. Makes it easier on you, especially when you're going back. And you're like, I'm ready to get home. I could have went home on day 4. And I had to stay till 6 days. And I was like so bored in a hotel room. But I mean, that's for a reason. If you have a leak or you have any episodes, they'll take you back in and fix it for free. So they're just trying to make sure you're okay before you get on the plane. I had to suck it up. And then one of my flights was delayed. So then I had to get another flight with another airline because they screwed up. They had a maintenance issue on the plane I was on. Had to make us all get off. And then I had to wait another 6 hours to board another plane to fly all the way to Charlotte. Okay, and then come to Memphis. So it was a 4.5 hour flight to Charlotte from San Diego, and then another hour and a half flight. I think, if I can remember, I slept through that one. But anyway, I was exhausted. I'd been up a whole day and a whole night and half another day. Yeah. So when I got home, I conked out and I was like, I'm dead. Don't call me. I put my phone on vibrate and I was like, adios world. Okay, and I was just focusing on me. So make sure you have at least a week to focus on yourself. You'll be back to work in a week, unless you're a wimp. But you know what? They give you great pain meds. I didn't even take them. I still have a full bottle in there. I didn't even touch it. I was off pain meds by day 2. So, and that's nausea meds too. I was off of them. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to talk about that I think you need to know, I had this issue. I had this pain. Okay. And it ran from, the middle of my chest, the left part of my chest over to the shoulder. And I think there's a nerve in there, okay? And at first I thought it was because maybe they nicked something, you know, they have to go in there and they have to put the thing in there with the gas. And there's like 5 instruments going on. So, I mean, you know, they're going to hit nerves. And they're going to cause some tissue damage, things like that. That's laparoscopic surgery. And so, anyways, look at my arms getting smaller. I don't know. People that know me, I'm just kind of proud of that. But anyways, okay, so I had the pain. Sorry, I jumped subject because I'm like so hyper all the time. The pain. I was shooting. And I was like, it's just part of healing. Probably just little nerves. It needs to heal, whatever. It wasn't excruciating. When I took a breath, I was like, ooh, I feel that, you know? And then when I would eat and I'd get full, I'd feel it even more. And I'd be like, ooh, yeah, I feel that. What is that? So I gave it like 14 days. I felt it from the time I woke up from surgery. And then I was Googling it. Well, it didn't go away. And I was Googling it. And I talked to another doctor. I could have called my doctor, but I just talked to doctor online. So he was like, it's acid reflux. I was like, what? Acid reflux didn't feel like that. He's like, it does now. So he's like, go take your acid meds, your acid reflux meds, and give it a couple days. And then if still doing it, go to the doctor. I said, okay. So I went and took my meds, and within a day, it was like almost completely gone. So I guess the acid was, you know, my reflux was coming up because I had it real bad before surgery. But the reflux was coming up, and it was like irritating where it was healing or whatever. So that's what it was. No big deal. No leaks, nothing like that. So, and I just had some pureed refried beans, and I ate like 3 or 4 ounces. I'm done. I was like, oh, I'm done. I can't do no more. I ate some yogurt this morning when I woke up, went back to bed, got up, ate some refried beans, 3 or 4 ounces, done. Now I'm sitting here making this video. I wanted to give you guys a few tips, things that you might run into. I haven't had any issues with food, no issues at all. No allergic. I'm not lactose intolerant. Some people become lactose intolerant after surgery. I did not. Some people couldn't handle chicken. I blenderized chicken and put broth in it to make it real thin, kind of like baby food. I ate it. No problem with chicken. I even chewed up some noodles, just a couple of noodles, and from my son's chicken noodle soup. And I was just like, I'm going to see what that tastes like, just to eat just a little bit of that bread, just to see if it irritates me. No problem whatsoever. Nothing's bothering me. I just don't have thirst and I don't have hunger. That's the bummer. I've got to really work on drinking though. And my protein, once I'm able, on Wednesday, I get to go to like eating deli meats and lean meats and stuff like that. And, you know, like chicken that's been, baked and, or whatever, roasted, you know, really, really easy to eat chicken, like off the chicken leg, not the chicken breast, because chicken breast could be too stringy. But anyway, so I could start eating that stuff on Wednesday, and I'm gonna get my protein and no problem, because I love meat. So I'm gonna kill my protein, no problem whatsoever. But gotta drink my water. I got a Voss bottle, and I put my Crystal Light flavoring, it's mojito flavor, in my bottle, and I need to drink 3 of these today. I drank 8 ounces, but this is my second. I drank an 8-ounce cup, and then I went and got this when I got up the second time, and I flavored it, and I've been drinking it. Look, I haven't drank very much. I'm very bad. I will drink this, and I will drink another one, because I don't want to end up in the hospital with dehydration. This was an awful episode. You don't want to deal with it. Fainting in your sleep is very scary. You're like, am I dying? It was absolutely awful. And then in my sleep, I'm like, you're such an idiot. Oh my God, Shannyn, you're such an idiot. But that's just me. I'm stubborn. You have to know me. People know me, know that I'm stubborn, and I'm going to get my way. So anyways, if you have any questions, shoot me the questions. You can message me personally if you want to. And I'll be happy to answer, even if it's personal, like super personal, I'll answer it. You can message me privately and I won't post anything. So anyways, thanks to my subscribers that are following me. I'm 19 days post-op after today. Oh, I've lost 20 pounds. I've stayed there for about 3 or 4 days. I'm not freaking out because I'm losing inches, like big time, but I'm not losing pounds. So I think my fat's rearranging, and then you'll start losing weight again. So probably the next week I'm going to lose, I lost a half a pound, like give or take, but I've been eating and stuff like that. So I don't even count that. Okay, so I'm losing inches right now. and I'm going to start losing pounds again probably the next week. So don't freak out when you get stalled out. I don't care. I do enough exercise. I mean, heck, I almost fainted because I was an idiot. So I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to start losing weight again probably the next 7 days or so. If it goes 2 weeks, I don't care. I know I'm going to get there. Don't freak out. Everybody stalls. Everybody. They say you stall about, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after surgery, and then you'll stall again at 2 months, and then you'll stall again at 6 months. It is normal, people. Let your body do the change. It takes up to a year to get to normal, okay? So don't freak out. Have patience, and make sure you get your protein, and for God's sake, drink your water. All right, talk to you later.